So now I know everyone can see my screen. So we have another seventh grade learning activity today. So before we start, as we know, we have our ground rules as usual. First thing is, make sure we're actively listening to the recording, right? We know that, but we should be doing that. Second thing is, make sure you think about the question that is being asked on the screen. If you don't understand something, tell your teacher to ask me to play it again. Um, and the last one, if you know the answer, you can, instead of saying the number, I want everyone to say the actual answer together. So, for example, if you think the answer is number three, I want you to say 3 hours instead of just saying number three or putting up three fingers. Say 3 hours. So our story today is called Amanda's News. So as we usually do, I'm gonna play the whole thing once. I want you to listen carefully. Amanda's News. It was a long week for Amanda at school. She stayed after school to work on a special project 3 days in a row. When she got home on Friday, she plopped down in her favorite chair with a sigh. What's going on, Amanda? Her dad asked as he was reading the newspaper. I have to create a web page for my technology class, and it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would, Amanda answered. Her dad looked over his newspaper and said, when I was your age, we didn't even have computers, let alone the internet. He folded his newspaper and asked Amanda what the web page is about. It's about the difference between newspaper news and internet news, Amanda said, and added, I have to provide information, examples, and illustrations. Sounds tough. Do you have someone to help you? Her dad asked. I have a partner named Zach, Amanda replied. We did research on the internet today and found some pictures to use. You're lucky you have the internet for research, her dad said. Back in my day, we had to do all of our research at the library and look through books, newspapers, and magazines. He then asked, what is the difference between newspaper news and internet news? Amanda explained to her father the main differences. Internet as newspaper news is printed on paper, and internet news is published online. Newspaper news is only available once a day, and internet news is published almost as soon as the news happens. Many newspapers don't even print a daily paper, and internet news is published around the clock. When Amanda and Zach finished their webpage, it had many examples which compared the times certain news stories were available to readers of newspapers and readers of internet news. It also had pictures of traditional newspaper headlines and internet news headlines. Amanda's dad saw the webpage and thought it was very well done. He asked, which type of news do you like better? I like internet news better because I like to learn about the news when it happens, she had answered. Her dad said, I still like newspaper news better because I like to hold the paper in my hands and turn the pages. Amanda plopped down on her chair again and said, you are so old school, Dad. So hearing that, that was a long recording. So I'm gonna play it again, but after the answer this time. So the question is, how many days did Amanda stay after school? So listen carefully. This one pops up very quickly. And also the plot of the story is Amanda's news, Amanda's project. So I want you to also think about what is happening in the story. So how many days did Amanda stay after school? Amanda's News. It was a long week for Amanda at school. She stayed after school to work on a special project 3 days in a row. So, how many days did Amanda stay after school? 30 days, 3 days, 3 hours, or 2 days? Does anyone know? Or should I play it again?
Yes, Dylan, it's better to play it again.
Yes, okay. So I'll play it one more time. Sorry. I'll play it one more time. Listen carefully. As I said, it comes up very fast. So how many days did Amanda stay after school? Amanda's News. It was a long week for Amanda at school. She stayed after school to work on a special project 3 days in a row. When she got So, how many days did Amanda stay after school? 30 days, 3 days, 3 hours, or 2 days?
I have to read the answer.
Excellent, yes. 3 days. Number two, what is Amanda making? So again, listen carefully. I'll go to right here and listen. So your answers are web quest, test, quiz, or web page. At school. She stayed after school to work on a special project 3 days in a row. When she got home on Friday, she plopped down in her favorite chair with a sigh. What's going on, Amanda? Her dad asked as he was reading the newspaper. I have to create a web page for my technology class, and it's taking. So, what is Amanda making? A web quest, test, quiz, or web page?
Same answer. Same answers. Yes, it, loud.
Should I play one more time? I think I would play one more time. So listen. Say it again.
Web page.
Excellent. Yes, web page. So Amanda is making a web page. So if anyone doesn't know what a web page is it's like a page, kind of like similar to like a website where they have a page. It's on the internet, and you can look at it and you can see app information, kind of like a website. So okay, our next question. Okay, so this should be answer 3. Okay, that got a little bit messed up. But what did Amanda's dad not have at her age? So this is a kind of a little bit of a stranger question, but is it internet and scooters, bikes and cars, computers and internet, or ice cream and donuts? So listen carefully. I'm gonna play it from right here. Reading the newspaper. I have to create a web page for my technology class, and it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would. Amanda answered. Her dad looked over his newspaper and said, when I was your age, we didn't even have computers, let alone the internet. So what did Amanda's dad not have at her age? 1, internet and scooters, 2, bikes and cars, 3, computers and internet, or ice cream and donuts.
Computers and internet.
Very good. Yes, computers and internet, because computers and internet are very new innovations. Innovations are advancements in like inventions. So it's very new in the concept of how many people have been living in countries, especially in the last, even in this what we call not decade, but in our century, the 2000s are it's very new. So that's something, yeah, even Amanda's dad did not have at her age. Okay, number 4. What is Amanda's project about? So is it newspaper and internet news, seals and walruses, trees and plants, or air and pollution? I will play it from right here. And it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would, Amanda answered. Her dad looked over his newspaper and said, when I was your age, we didn't even have computers, let alone the internet. He folded his newspaper and asked Amanda what the web page is about. It's about the difference between newspaper news and internet news, Amanda said. So what is Amanda's project, or you could say web page about? It is it newspaper, internet news, seals and walruses, trees and plants, or air and pollution?
Newspaper and internet news.
Very good. Yes, newspaper and internet news. Excellent. So you can kind of see the central theme in this story is about the internet and computer, because each of the last three questions had to do with something in the internet. So make sure we have like a what we call mental note. So in your mind, think about what these mean. Like think about the story that's really being told, and what's the idea. Okay, so this is a different question. What is Amanda's partner's name? Is it Cody, London, Zach, or Jesse? And it would, yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll play it from right here. What on the internet? He folded his newspaper and asked Amanda what the web page is about. It's about the difference between newspaper news and internet news, Amanda said, and added, I have to provide information, examples, and illustrations. Sounds tough. Do you have someone to help you? Her dad asked. I have a partner named Zach, Amanda. So, what is Amanda's partner's name? Cody, London, Zach, or Jesse?
Zach.
Very good, Zach. Her partner's name is Zach. So she is working with someone, which makes this project a lot easier for her. Okay, this is our most challenging question for today. Question 6. What's a difference between newspaper and internet news? And it has to be correct. So these are all differences here, but it has to be the correct one. So you have to think about this very thoroughly. So is it going to be one, newspaper is published online and internet is not used, or newspaper is published on paper and internet is online? Internet is uncommon and newspaper is common. Internet is never updated and newspaper is published every day or daily. So I want you to think about this closely. So listen. Newspaper news and internet news, Amanda said, and added, I have to provide information, examples, and illustrations. Sounds tough. Do you have someone to help you? Her dad asked. I have a partner named Zach, Amanda replied. We did research on the internet today and found some pictures to use. You're lucky you have the internet for research, her dad said. Back in my day, we had to do all of our research at the library and look through books, newspapers, and magazines. He then asked, what is the difference between newspaper news and internet news? Amanda explained to her father the main differences. Newspaper news is printed on paper and internet news is published online. So, if you listen closely, you would be able to tell which is the answer. Is it newspaper is published online and internet is used? Newspaper is published on paper and internet is online. Internet is uncommon and newspaper is common. Internet is never updated and newspaper is published daily. And also just to make sure we know what these terms mean. Publish means it is put out. So that would mean newspaper is put out online. Uncommon and common means it's always there, like there's a lot of it. Uncommon means there's not a lot of it. So it's kind of more rare. So should I play it one more time? Because I think I should. Just because it's a very difficult one.
Newspaper is published on paper and internet is online.
Excellent. Yes, it is number 2. Newspaper is published on paper and internet is online. Very good. That was the most challenging question, and you got it in one try. Excellent. Okay, so for the last question for today, what news does Amanda like better? Is it satellite, sensor, internet, or newspaper? So after reading this whole thing, even without listening to this part of the recording, you should be able to narrow it down between two possibilities. So I'm gonna play it. I am going to play it from right here, and listen to what Amanda likes. Which news does Amanda like better? Main differences. Internet as newspaper news is printed on paper, and internet news is published online. Newspaper news is only available once a day, and internet news is published almost as soon as the news happens. Many newspapers don't even print a daily paper, and internet news is published around the clock. When Amanda and Zach finished their webpage, it had many examples which compared the times certain news stories were available to readers of newspapers and readers of internet news. It also had pictures of traditional newspaper headlines and internet news headlines. Amanda's dad saw the webpage and thought it was very well done. He asked, which type of news do you like better? I like internet news better because I like to learn about the news when it happens. So, what news does Amanda like better? 1, satellite, 2, censor, 3, internet, or 4, newspaper?
Internet.
Excellent, yes. Amanda likes internet the best. All right, very good. So that was our listening activity for today. Now we will move on to maybe some of us like this more than others. I think we did, yeah. Okay. Right. Oh, yes. This would be okay. So I'm gonna share my screen once again. And you should be looking at this activity right here. Activity 9. I'm skipping around towards the end here, just because I want to use this activity first. Activity 9, complete the following sentences using the simple future tense. So does anyone know what simple future tense is? Or at least like what do you have to do to make it in these sentences?
Yes. Will.
So for number 1, the English test blank, we have the word be in here. Be on 7th July 2019. So what word would be used? So say this is in the future. Say you were in July 6th, 2019. What will we say for the English test? What word would we, so using with be, so you already have be in here. So what word would you use?
Will.
Say it again.
Say it again. Will.
Very good. Yes. The English test will be on 7th July 2019. So you would use will, and that is simple future tense using will in this case. So the English test will be on 7th July 2019. Number 2, the principal blank give a speech at the Science Day.
For all tenses, we have used future tense. For all the sentences, we have used will. And for the first sentence, you use will be. Then what about the second one? Huh? Will give.
Yes, very good. Will give a speech at the Science Day. This principal will give a speech at the Science Day. So I have a question. Why do we use will? do we see why we would use will? Does anyone know? Because why can't we use the principal would give or the principal the principal we give? Why would we use will? Is there a reason for that? And if so, what is the reason?
Do you know the reason? Why did you use will there? He is asking the reason for that. Yeah.
Anyone can answer this one. Why would we use will? Why do we use will? Because we know it's will, but why is that? So the reason we use will, so the English test will be on 7th July 2019. The principal will give a speech at the science day. If we're looking for, so why wouldn't we use would? The principal would give a speech at the science day. Because saying would is like more present tense. So the reason we use will is because we are looking for future tense. So don't worry about the simple, worry about future tense. So the reason we use will, we add will is just because it's future tense. That's why. Okay, number 3. There blank be a Sharamadana campaign to clean the school compound. Excellent. Yes, there will be. Excellent. All right, number 4. The student blank go to the library in the next period.
Will go.
Very good. The student will go to the library in the next period. Number 5. The art exhibition of the students blank be held at the auditorium. So Imran blank travel to the art exhibition of the students blank be held at the auditorium. So what would be the word? Say it again. Yes, will be held. Excellent. Number 6. Imran blank traveled to Ampara during the school vacation.
The answers.
Yes, very good. Imran will travel to Ampara during the school vacation. Number 7. People blank live longer in the future. Yes, people will live longer in the future. How about number 8? Robots blank do most of our work. Yes, will do most of our work. I mean, that may or may not be true. Okay, number 9. Work hard and you blank pass the examination. Will pass the examination. Very good. And number 10, the grade 7 students blank visit Jaffna to distribute stationery to displaced families. Say it one more time. Yes, will visit. The grade 7 students will visit Jaffna to distribute stationery to displaced families. Excellent. Okay, so the next activity, I need to zoom out. Here. Oh. This is like a continuation of this, but with different sentences. So how about for this first one? I'll zoom in again. Oh wow. So put the verbs into the correct form of the future continuous tense. So this is a fancy way of saying future tense. So for how about first one? At midnight we blank. So think about, remember future tense. What was future tense? So what did we just do?
Can anyone give the answer?
So at midnight we say it again.
Will be sleeping.
Yes, we will sleep. Excellent. By this time, so how about number 2? By this time next week, we blank sit at the beach.
Will be sleeping.
Say it again.
Will be sleeping.
We will sit at the beach. By this time next week, we will sit at the beach. Okay. At 9, I blank watch the news. Does anyone know? So at 9, I blank watch the news. Remember, this is still future tense. So what will it be? Very good. At 9, I will watch the news. Number 4, tonight we blank study for our English test.
Will study.
Yes, tonight we will study for our English test. Number 5, they blank dance at the party.
Will gaining.
So yes, I heard it. Will they will what? What will they do?
Will dance.
Yes, very good. They will dance at the party. How about number 6? Next year we blank study in grade 8.
Will study.
Yes, you can say next year we will study, or you could say next year we will study in grade 8. Okay, number 7. We all blank clean our classroom every morning.
We gaining. Say the whole sentence. all.
We all blank clean.
One of you say it loudly.
Yes, very good. We all will clean our classroom every morning. Okay, number 8. We blank shift to a new home next year. We, sorry, say it again. Oh, yes, we will shift to a new home next year. All right, excellent. So that is activity 5. I think this will be our last activity for today, activity 6. Write these sentences using the negative form of the future tense. So now how you're using will here, right, for all the future tense. Now we have to do the negative form, negative of the future tense. So for example, she blank not sing that song at the concert. She will not be singing that song at the concert. How about number 1? When she arrives, I blank not read.
What's the rule? Will not be and the ing form of the verb. So what about the second sentence? First one. Not read. How should it form? Right. Then answer.
Will not be
Now all the sentence.
reading.
Okay, the whole sentence.
When she arrives, I will not read.
Excellent, yes. When she arrives, I will not read. Number 2, when she plays music, we blank not sleep.
When she plays, sleeping.
Yes, when she plays music, we will not sleep. Number 3, they blank not do their homework this afternoon.
They will not be their homework this afternoon.
Yes, they will not do their homework this afternoon. Number 4,
Time
Rahim.
for the tester. Now they are following the example given in here. That means will not be singing.
So number 4,
Continuously.
Rahim blank not play computer games before the exam. So what would be the correct answer here? Does anyone know? Rahim blank not play computer games before the exam. So what would be the perfect word here? Just like all the other words.
Are you asking it on a future continuous tense or future tense?
Oh, sorry. Okay, right here. So this one right here. What is the answer?
Rahim will not be playing computer games for the exam.
There we go. Very nice. Rahim will not play computer games before the exam. How about number 5? The baby blank not cry when sleeping.
The baby will not cry.
Yes, very good. The baby will not cry when sleeping. Number 6, he blank not play all afternoon.
He will not be playing all afternoon.
Yeah, he will not play. Make sure you can say he will not be playing, but in this case, when they give you just these 2 words, he will not play all afternoon. How about number 7? I blank not work all day. Yes. Very good. I will not work all day. Again, the last one, number 8. Yes, he will not come tomorrow morning. Excellent, everyone. So that is actually the end of our class for today. We actually have 1 minute. So our homework quickly is same as this week, and that'll be for next week. And thank you everyone for the great participation, teachers helping out very well as always. And thank you everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.